everyone, and welcome to STL Soccer Talk, the soccer podcast and video from St. Louis Post-Dispatch and STLtoday.com. I'm Beth O'Malley, and thank you so much to Ben Hochman for joining me this week. I really appreciate it. Ben, did you get a chance? I'm sure you've got a chance to watch the games, but what have you thought about the team this year compared to previous years?
Well, nothing good, Beth. It's been pretty rough.
Yeah, it has been.
I mean,
Yes.
we could go a lot of ways with this conversation, but really it just comes back in my memory to a meeting I had with Carolyn Kindle before the season began. I sat up there in her office and she was steadfast and she was proud and she said, "We will make the playoffs." And that was it. New coach, new optimism, the whole thing. And right now they are much closer to the bottom of the table than the top of the table. And yeah, it's frustrating in many ways. And of course, Beth, we could talk about all the injuries that the team is dealing with. Famous names around town are not playing. However, other teams have injuries too.
Yeah, definitely. And Tom has, like, it's become almost the motto of the season. The team has to win against the bad teams that they play, kind of take those opportunities when they come, because they're not going to get a chance to win against Vancouver or other teams that are really, really good, Columbus, for example. And they didn't pull off wins. I think there's a little bit of optimism in this season with the recent tie with Vancouver. No, it's not a win, but it's a point, and it's better than they had been doing. It's disappointing that at home they can't pull off a win.
Right, of course. And when we think back to the magical first season, the home wins were often, and the home wins were, I was going to say bad pun intended, that they were energizing, but it wasn't even Energizer Park at that time. It was City Park. Look, I mean, I study soccer. I watch it, but I'm not here to say that I am a international soccer expert. But
Right.
So I preface it with that. But I watched this team play, and it reminds me of an old basketball phrase. And the basketball phrase was this: you don't win with X's and O's, you win with Jimmys and Joes. The idea, of course, like, it doesn't matter how good the coach is, you win with star players, stud players, dudes who could score goals in this scenario. And we love Klaus's back tattoo, and we love that Betcher is from St. Louis, and all that, but they're not getting the job done. It's incredibly frustrating for everybody involved. And the reality is, if they're going to make a push for the playoffs this year, like they declared, something's got to change. And you would have to think it's something up front, because the defense, God bless them.
The defense is doing excellent, especially compared to last year. They're not allowing a lot of goal chances. They're not allowing even a lot of crosses. So, I mean, the defense is doing what they need to do. And I think everyone on the team would agree that defense and offense are full team efforts, and especially how St. Louis City plays. So yeah, it definitely, hopefully the Vancouver tie, as weird as it is to think of a tie as a turning point, hopefully it does become a turning point for the season, and the team continues to improve, continues to get more points under their belt as they push toward the playoffs. So you'll hear a lot more about this and lots of other topics on the podcast. Not to cut off Ben Hochman, but we have to get over to tape podcasts. So thank you very much, everyone, and definitely subscribe to the podcast on all of the podcasting apps. Spotify and Apple Podcasts are the two big ones. And thank you so much for watching.